Undead Unluck. If you're a fan of cartoon violence, of straight ignorant and ratchet protagonists that just don't give a damn, of overall wild boy activities, then you'll definitely like this anime. Plus, if you're a returning viewer that enjoys my crazy and out-of-pocket humor, well, they got that too. I'm talking wild, raunchy, fast-paced, and violent, all set in a world with a surprisingly interesting lore that's deeper than you might think. Grab your blunts and put one in the air for your boy, cause right now I'm on tether. But anyway, let me run down the play. But first, you might as well hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell while you're at it. So when you first watch this, the beginning will probably have you confused, but all you gotta know is two things. First is that the first couple of minutes is a mashup of real in-universe events mixed with the visualization of the protagonist's favorite manga. And second, the intro is not a representation of the rest of the show, cause this anime is the craziest thing I've watched since Dead Man Wonderland. I'm talking strange powers, a naked samurai, X-rated humor, a surprising amount of fan service, unnecessarily good animation, and blood. A lot of blood. Undead Unluck is set in a world where some people are born with strange powers, and these people are called negators. Hold up, did you just say nigga haters? What? No, negators, like to negate something? Nigga, don't play with me. That's obviously an abbreviation for nigga hater. Watch, tell me this. What role do these negators play in this anime? Well, because they're so powerful, they have set the balance of society, so there's a secret organization that polices them by selecting 10 powerful negators to go hunt down the rest in exchange for amnesty. Oh my god, this sounds racist. Exactly. Okay, anyway, the two main characters are Andy, or Undead, and Fuko, or Unluck. Fuko is oblivious to the fact that she's a negator. All she knows is that whenever someone touches her, they immediately die in a tragically unlucky accident. This has led her to be depressed, almost as depressing as Yamcha after Dragon Ball. But anyway, the series starts with Fuko trying to jump off this bridge to reunite with God and most likely traumatize a train car full of people. But before she can, this crazy shirtless and possibly homeless man that's sucking on this Slurpee straw a little too aggressively starts talking to her. This is Undead, or as she eventually names him, Andy. So, all negators have a name that begins with the prefix un, like undead, unluck, or even unavoidable. And their powers work by negating a law or principle of nature for themselves or for others. So undead negates death for himself, and unluck negates luck for anyone that touches her. But the word luck is really an understatement, cause if you touch her, boy, you bet not touch her. Cause if you do, you're basically putting yourself on God's hit list. Cause after that, it's like the universe immediately attempts to terminate your existence. I'm talking lightning strikes, natural disasters, and the same meteor that Madara dropped on the Shinobi Alliance. So anyway, before she could go bungee jumping with no equipment, Undead stops her. So she points a knife at him and tells him to stay back cause if he touches her, he'll get a serious case of the cooties and die. But remember, she has no idea that some people have superpowers. And this is important, cause in the middle of her talking, with no warning, this nigga just walks into her knife like Yahiko from Naruto and stabs himself in the chest. And this is the exact moment that you know this anime is crazy, cause with the knife still in his chest, he grabs her by the face like Brawly and moves her away from the edge of the bridge. But instead of contracting a disease like she said he would, the ground under him breaks and he falls and gets hit by a train. And for this next part to make sense, here's where I have to tell you how this guy's powers work, because again, undead is an understatement. This nigga can regenerate any part of his body an unlimited number of times. But not just that, he can do partial regeneration too. So like, he can choose to only regenerate his blood or just his bones and anything else you could imagine. On top of that, for some reason, he regenerates with extreme force. So he can cut his feet off and shoot blood out of his legs to fly like an Iron Man propulsion system. And he can do this with any part of his body. Look, I know it's weird as hell, and trust me, that was the weirdest shit that I've ever had to explain. And I've been caught with my girlfriend's grandma butt naked in her apron. I'm just kidding, she didn't have an apron. But anyway, that's besides the point. This nigga Undead starts talking to her while propelling his dismembered head towards her using the method that I previously explained, and scares the soul out of this poor girl. I mean, she went from trying to speedrun life to thinking that she killed a man to now watching this freak show regenerate his body to end up standing butt-ass naked in front of her. So she does what any rational person would do, and she punches him square in the dick, all while screaming, well, at this point, the police are coming because this nigga did just fall in front of a train. So he takes her to this rooftop so they could talk. But she does not want to talk. I mean, she's crawling away questioning everything that she's ever known because of what she just saw. But this nigga just grabs her like they in the WWE and holds her upside down like a Saiyan baby. And throughout the whole show, I feel like the animators made it a point to try to make this chick's titties as noticeable as possible. And this scene is just another example of that. And honestly, I think it's unnecessary, but I feel like I had to at least mention it because it's very obvious. But anyway, he ends up spinning her around like Goku did to Frieza until she tells him how her powers work. Because what she doesn't know is that he actually wants to die because he's lived for so long and nothing can kill him. So he's thinking that her powers might be strong enough to counter his powers and actually kill him. So he takes her back to his hideout so they could talk more. And remember how at the beginning of the video I told you how there's a secret organization that polices the negators? Well, yeah, they show up and sneak these niggas and cut Undead's head off quicker than Zenitsu. Then they put him in this special container that's supposed to stop him from regenerating and capture Fuko. Cause you know, she's just a regular chick, she can't fight a bunch of niggas with swords. But because of her unluck power, the nigga holding the case with Undead in it gets struck by a bolt of lightning like he pissed off Zeus, and Undead gets free. And at first, they really thought they could box with Buddy, but whenever he hit that pose in midair with that lightning strike behind him, yeah, they should have just put their swords down and walked home. Cause that is main character activity. You do not hit a pose like that if you're about to lose. It just don't happen. But they ain't peeped that, so Undead proceeds to run through these niggas like Lemillion did to Class 1A. I mean, he did them so dirty they ain't even get a fight scene. But even though it was quick, it was dope as hell. That's funny. Girls have said that about me before. So now there's just one enemy left, but he got the girl hostage and he tells Undead to cut his own head off or he'll kill the girl. And this crazy savage ass nigga just does it. He cut his head off and threw it to the dude. But Fuko was so touched by his sacrifice that she shakes free and jumps and kisses Undead on the cheek midair. Cause apparently the more emotion that's behind her touch, the stronger her power. So a fucking meteor falls from the sky like a goddamn Madara jutsu and crushes the whole building. Yo, if you like this video, I got more like it on my channel, so make sure you like and subscribe. And ring that bell like Santa, you feel me? Or I might be coming down your chimney. Cause real niggas elevate and motivate, we don't dissipate, you heard?